Good day, welcome back to TREBONS. And today we're with Grace's litter, and they are 4.5 weeks of age now. And hello. And to say, you know, between 3 and 4.5 weeks is the golden period for the puppies. This is where they are exploring the world, where they are actually doing their own thing as such, and you see changing the puppies, and it's all about building up a relationship. Now today we're doing testing on noise, got some balloons, and when I'm working with dogs, always use food, as I've said before, and you know, when it comes to, if you want dogs to do something, we separate the food, as it were, and so they know we're working with them. We give them something different, not their ordinary food. This is a little bit of meat, a bit of gravy, and we do the same when we're training the adults for show, etc., etc. So they know we're doing something a little bit different. And they get used to it. Hey, that's good stuff, isn't it? That's really tasty. And we get that contact going, and they're keen on me, and that's what it's about. And as I say, it's get them an introduction to the sound, to the balloons, big noises. And get contact with the puppies and get that socialisation going. And what I'm doing, funny enough, is not so different to what people were doing 15,000 years ago. That's how long we've had this relationship with our dogs. Minimum 15,000 years. That's what's that? That's Paleolithic, Mesolithic times. That's caveman times. 15,000 years we've had this relationship with our dogs. I think it's probably the oldest tradition mankind has got, when you think about it. And we're so into the future and the battery power, this, that and the other, and the technology, but we've taken something from 15,000 years ago and still doing the same thing. And that's quite an amazing feat for us, really, isn't it? That we have this relationship. It's so old. But that's when domestication started, of course. But before that, there must have been some sort of socialisation going on. How that socialisation, it's good stuff, you're going to have a game in a minute, yeah, we are. There must have been some sort of social contact before we had domestication. Now whether that was wolves around a campsite scavenging, probably pretty unlikely really, the wolves didn't need to scavenge. They were the pretty dominant species when it came to hunting. So it's probably more a case of caveman following wolf packs that were hunting and then taking the prey from the wolf afterwards. Maybe, I don't know. But there had to have been some sort of social interaction between the dog and humans before domestication occurred, otherwise they would be. And pack animals, the human was a pack animal, but probably there's the hierarchy, the way the packs work, the human pack, the animal pack work. It's probably very, very similar in that time. Oof, things have changed there. They developed a symbiotic relationship, of course, and it's carried on 15,000 years. This relationship predates God, predates religion, predates everything. It's prehistoric, predates time, basically. It's a pretty amazing relationship, and we still carry on with that 15,000 yees later, 16,000 years later. Isn't that right? We do. So as I say, today it's about sound. And we use a balloon. It's about grabbing their attention. I want them to see how they react to funny sounds. Do they run off on it? This is frightening, isn't it? Yes it is. And they grab their attention. I do this with the food. So I'm concentrating on one thing and something's going off somewhere else. It's good stuff now. I'm getting covered here. Getting absolutely covered. There you go, this is good stuff. Oh, this is all so good, isn't it? It's all so good. It's all, oh, yeah. What's going on? Oh, those are big noise. And well, we moved away, but we're coming straight back because this is far more important. And as I say, I mean, 15,000 years ago, someone was doing something similar. Not with balloons, of course, but you know, they were wanting dogs fit for purpose, and that was obviously hunting. And through that, that relationship with the dog, 5,000 years later, they started, what was it, sheep were domesticated, and they were using dogs to protect the sheep rather than hunt the sheep. Farming started, and it's all down to the dog. It's something you don't really appreciate too much. The history that we have with our animals. That relationship. Oh, yeah. Poof, poof, poof. What's this? Oh, that's going to be big, isn't it? That's going to, what's the matter? Because we've had the wrong way already, and I've even started. So I've not even started here. I've not even started with it. Ooh, that's a scary thing. It's not that I want to frighten the dogs. I want them to accept the noise. Nothing bad is happening, and that this is just a bit of fun. And since we've been doing the balloons, funny enough, and using the balloons in accepting noises, we've never ever failed. A gunshot test. Hey, that was big, but that was so big. That was so big. So this is just how we start. We carry on doing this. It's the same with the nail cutting and everything else. Make it into a game and a reward system that goes on, so that you get this acceptance. I'm doing something that might be unpleasant, that they're not sure about, but they're not going to back off on it. And if they do, they recover very quickly. Because it's not about normally a dog being scared. I think fear is probably a good thing, it's a good drive, but it's about that they can recover from it, they've got the trust to recover from it and to work with that. And it's about that balance in the dog that we're working with. I mean, nowadays we don't need our dogs to go hunting. It's not a matter of life and death, they are family pets now. But it's, as I said, it's come from 15,000 years. This relationship we have with them. And it's something that should be cherished, it's something that should be respected. Hey, no, yeah, this is good stuff, yeah, so I think that's going to be enough for you. That's enough. So, this is Grace and Lee. They're doing very well. I'm very happy with the progress they're making. Oh, yes indeed. Yes indeed. Let's have a look at you. Oh, he's a big fella, he's a big Ian. He's a big fella. Now, my little girlie. Hello, cheeky. So that's what it's about, is that we can introduce things, the exploration is going to start soon, and get them exploring things and taking it in their stride, but keeping that a reasonable balance in the dogs. So we don't get too excited about things, that they are following my lead. Hopefully that will transfer over to you in a good way. And when they leave us, there won't be too many problems, that they adapt and that they accept things and that they work with it. And you work with the puppy, it's just as important as well.